Hey y'all, it's Quiet Blue Storm. You can call me Storm. I'm here to speak with you about domestic violence, but mostly focused on narcissism and abuse. So, I like to talk about the do's and the don'ts. I guess I could talk about my husband. Oh, I guess ex, narc. And the point is that we're targeted. You get targeted, they get with you, and then they just decide that they're just going to do as they please with you. You have no idea what's going on at all. Not a damn clue until it hits you like bam one day. I guess my stupidity was I got with them at first and I thought that something was wrong, but I wasn't quite sure what was wrong. And I thought, well, maybe if I make it a little bit better, not thinking red flag because this man had no car, no license, no home, no anything. And he just kept making up all these lies about what was going on, making up lies about why he didn't have what he had. And it list goes on and on. Then I was like, well, do you have a high school diploma? And he lied and said yes. Okay, me trying to be the good person. I'll help you to get your college on. So I'll go to sign him up for school. I told him that, but he didn't never say anything about it. But I couldn't figure out why I could not get him to possess this diploma. Finally, he decides that he's going to fess up and tell me that he doesn't have a diploma. At that moment, I wanted to leave him. It was just because of the lying. And then I found out that he didn't have a car when he did tell me he had one. And then he goes to explain to me that his mom doesn't like him and his family turned against him. And he's just been living around, going everywhere because his wife cheated on him. And had a baby on him and everything, lied about that. So I had no choice but to believe it at first. So as time went on, I went to school, went back to college, and I'm going to school, and I realized that he has this attitude that just kept getting worse and worse and worse. Not knowing that while I'm at school, he's out fucking around with the neighbor. So eventually I found that out because he had her to take him to the bus station so he could leave me. Okay, but I couldn't figure out what was going on while I was at school. But when I come home, he'd accuse me of all the stuff that he was doing, obviously, and didn't want to have sex or anything. And I'm thinking, what in the hell was going on? So with that being said, I guess he was having sex with the neighbor and whatnot. So eventually, after he made a damn scene, tearing up the house, acting like a fool, I just really want you to know the real me. And I'm like, I thought I did know the real you. So this was like after time it went on and on. And by then, 3 years had passed. So like I said, it got dropped off. And out of nowhere, I go through this awful stage of depression. And I didn't know I was pregnant at the time, and I lost it. Yeah, so it's just not meant to be. So anyways, he just really abused me really bad, and I didn't realize what was going on. And how I hadn't even heard about the narcissism until, God bless, Pastor R.C. Blake's and Dr. Carmen Bryant. She's awesome. And so me listening to them, I finally found out what was going on. And so I know they say don't say anything to him about it. I go to him and I front him. Because I was doing the dishes while I was listening to all this, and it just tore my soul from my whole being. And I asked him, I was like, are you denying me? And he says, no. What are you talking about? Of course, the denying shit. And I look on the social media, and I'm not even on there. He took me off as his wife. He took my pictures off, period, point blank. I guess to get a chick magnet. So I went through all that. Um, so some time I went on and I started to heal without him, but he just kept on hoovering, kept on hoovering, kept on hoovering, calling me out of nowhere, deciding that he wanted to keep me, I guess, now that I know everything. It was just a hot mess. And then I get this call from this lady, like 6 o'clock in the morning, like, why are you sending my dude pictures and videos? I was like, I haven't. Those are old. So he kept them. She got on his phone when he was drunk and high, as usual, which I didn't know he had a drug problem either. So with that being said, I'm talking to this lady, and this was after I agreed to start talking to him again. And so he told her, that I was talking back with him and everything. So she asked him, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, Clayton? And he said there and said, I'm going to be with who I was with, talking about me. Okay. So then, he just moved a little stuff out of her house because he said he was using this woman as a place for him and his kids to stay so he could try to get custody of his kids. And, people believe stuff like that because it's not normal for somebody to lie about that. So, he asked me to marry him, and I agreed. So I go to marry him, and like 2 months after we got married, oh my God, he just changed faces. Went out of state to marry him on my birthday. Big mistake. Don't ever do it. Don't ever do it because it ruins your whole life. Like your birthday is like ruined. So when it comes around for our anniversary, it's not like an anniversary. It was horrible. I hated it, every moment of it. He was rude to me, didn't show me any kind of affection, no love. Pretended like he wasn't hurting me and then asking me, what's wrong and all this other stuff. And I'm thinking, are you crazy? You must be, because for you to sit there and ask me if something's wrong with me and you know damn well what's wrong. You're not even showing me affection or anything. What is going on? So that day went on and it was horrible, like I said. To come to find out that he mentally had already started to discard me. I didn't know about it. I just knew he was treating me really bad. The abuse got so bad that I was starting to gain a lot of weight. And I wasn't even eating that much. And so it got really, really deep. To the point where he absolutely was ignoring me like all day long and not speaking. Only wanted to have sex like when he felt like it. And then he had me so upset that I was like, I don't want to have sex with you. And, who are you cheating on me with? And this, and that. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm not cheating on you with anybody. I'm just not in the mood to do it with you because you never tell me you love me, you never hold me or anything. And he's like, I said, well, I think that maybe, if we have sex, it should be at least a sign that because we love each other. And he says, I don't have to love anybody to have sex with them. It doesn't mean anything. And I'm thinking, wow, I wish I had known that from the beginning because that explains why you're doing what you're doing. So me, keep on